Hi everyone, it's Miss Alva. This week's first math assignment is about dividing fractions when we are doing that in a real world problem. So here's the problem. Sandy and her twin brother Jason are having a birthday party, but they haven't yet decided how many candy bars to buy, and they haven't yet decided how many people to invite. So this is the description on the assignment that you can see. I'm just going to describe it in my own words. Here's the chart that you guys are going to fill out as part of your assignment. So at the top, this is how many people they invite. So this is from 1 person all the way up to 10 people. And then on this side is how many candy bars they might buy, from 1 candy bar all the way up to 10 candy bars. And all of these blank boxes in the middle is what you're going to be filling out as part of your assignment. So let's help them fill out the chart. Okay, we're going to help them fill out the chart. So we're going to type the number of candy bars each person will get in the cells. So we're going to be looking for patterns as we work that is going to help us fill out the chart more quickly. So as you're filling out each of these blank boxes, I want you to think about candy bars per person or candy bars per people. So the top number, the numerator of the fraction, is going to be the candy bars, and the denominator of the fraction is going to be how many people were invited. So you can think about this as you have a certain number of candy bars, and they're divided by how many people are there. So depending on how many people are invited to the party, that will affect how many candy bars each person gets. So let me show you what I mean. So for example, in this first box, you have 1 candy bar and you have 1 person. So you can write it as a fraction like this, where you have candy bars on the top and then how many people there are on the bottom. So the next box, you still have 1 candy bar, but now you have 2 people sharing that same candy bar. So you might be thinking as you're filling this out, okay, that means that if they only buy 1 candy bar and they invite 2 people, then each of those 2 people is only going to get half of a candy bar. So if you continue down this row, no matter what, you're always only going to have 1 candy bar. The thing that is changing is the amount of people that are being invited to the party. So I'm going to stop there and let you guys finish that row. So if you drop down to the next row, now your number of candy bars has changed to 2. So we're going to start with 2. Now, if you only invite 1 person and you buy 2 candy bars, that person's lucky because they get those 2 candy bars to themselves. Now, if you have 2 candy bars and 2 people, each person gets 1 candy bar. But you can see this fraction, if you were to simplify it, it would be simplified to 1. But we're not going to worry about simplifying just yet. Now here's where it changes. You still have 2 candy bars, but you have 3 people. So you're going to take those 2 candy bars and you're going to divide it between 3 people. So that means each person gets 2/3 of a candy bar. And then you would continue down the row. So I'm going to jump to just a random box in here. So let's say they bought 5 candy bars and invited 3 people. So we got 5 candy bars and we invited 3 people. So that means each person gets 5/3 candy bars. And you should be thinking in your head here, okay, since that's an improper fraction, meaning the numerator 5 is bigger than the denominator 3, each person is going to get more than one candy bar. So now, and then you're going to continue filling out the entire chart on your document, following the example that I just set. So now, after you've completed the chart in your Google Doc, you're going to use the chart to answer the questions that you see below the chart. So here's an example. Of the type of question that you're going to get. If they invite 5 people and buy 3 candy bars, how many candy bars does each person invited get? So you can see I filled it in for you. Here's the people, 5 people, 3 candy bars. We're remembering to put candy bars per people. So candy bars on the top and people on the bottom. So that means if I have 3 candy bars and 5 people, each person gets 3/5 of a candy bar, which makes sense because I have less candy bars than I have of people that are at the party. So it makes sense that each person doesn't get a whole candy bar. So now I want you to go into your Google Doc on Google Classroom and finish filling out this chart and answer those questions that are below the chart. Now, the second assignment, we're going to get more into simplifying the improper fraction. So that means making them into mixed numbers. And then, so don't worry about doing that on this assignment unless you want to. If you already know what you're doing, that's fine. So for example, if you had 3/5 can't be simplified, but if you wanted, you could simplify 5/3. You could make that into a mixed number. So 5/3, let's see, I have 1 whole and 2/3. Might not fit, but that's okay. 1 whole and 2/3. So you could enter your fractions in that way if you choose, but it's not required. You could keep them as improper fractions for the sake of this assignment. Okay, I hope that helps, and don't worry if you're confused or if you're not sure what to do your best, and we can talk about it on Wednesday during the Zoom meeting. Okay? All right.